Hey guys, I'm Dov, and today I'm back with more Total War Warhammer 2 online action. Today we're back with another 2v2. I'm teaming up with JonTaun of Total Brohammer, who is back from his break. We're going to be taking on a couple of randoms from ladder, so let's get to the army composition here. Bretonnia and the Greenskins versus the Beastmen and Norska. So the Charge Boys versus the Savage Hordes. Let's see how it goes. Lewin Leon Kerr, of course, leading the Bretonians. He's got Sword of Crone, Lion Shield, Standing Ground, Foe Seeker, Ladies Champion, Blessing of Ladies. So all the goodies, pretty much. We've got 3 Knights of the Realm, one of which Knights of the Lion-Hearted. We've also got Defenders of the Fleur-de-Lis, 2 units of Grail Knights, and the Companions of Quenelle Questing Knights. We've also got 4 JonTaun's force here. Azag's got Purple Sun and Spirit Leech, Death Creepers and Mangy Marauders up front. We've got a couple of Skulkers, main line of Black Orcs here, a couple of Goblin Big Bosses, Broken Tusk Mob with some Spider Riders for support, and Biggins out in the wings. For the Beastmen against us, Morger the Shadow Gave looks like leading the way here. We've got some Sons of Goros, Centaurs with great weapons here, unit of Poison Warhounds, and some throwing axes. Main line is Gore Herd. Looks like no shields on them. We've also got Butchers of Kalkengard, 2 units of Ungor Raiders, and the Koroks Man Rippers. Then for Norska, looks like, let's see, who's leading the way here? Looks like Throgboy. We've got Skinwolf Werekin leading the Maws of Savagery, Famir Miststalkers, 5 Berserkers with 2 Marauder Spearmen, and a Shaman Sorcerer, Lore of Death. So without further ado, let's get the battle underway. Don't believe the Beastman player brought a caster, so a little bit of a mistake there, but we won't hold it against him, certainly. And yeah, you can see just kind of forming up here, doing a bit of skirmishing since we have range superiority, at least with the 2 units of skirmish cap here. Going to be doing some counter skirmishing with these Centaurs with throwing axes here, doing some solid damage. Meanwhile, the Bretonian force is pushing forward on the far side. I thought to myself, you know, this force over here is pretty light, so we're going to go ahead and pop the wad all across. You can see that is going to be taking effect here. And with that active, these Knights of the Realm are up to 105 charge bonus. The Grail Knight's going to be rushing in on the flank here as well. And Lewin and Azag come down and just absolutely beat the brakes off of Throg. Lewin's got the Sword of Crone active to put him down to only 23 melee defense, and the 2 of them just beating the brakes off of him in melee. Meanwhile, over on the far side, the Greenskins have gotten involved with the Beastmen. Going to be pretty rough for these Gore Herds going up against the Black Orcs, but the Butchers of Kalkengard are going to be very tough for the Greenskins to take down with their massive melee defense, missile block chance, and so on. But Greenskin front line definitely pretty resurgent in most areas. You can see Sons of Goros have been caught by the Spider Riders here, and the Boar Biggins following up the Broken Tusk Mob, in fact, doing a great job following up there. So a very nice use of the Spider Riders to kind of break that charge. We did pop a regrowth, or just about to pop a regrowth here on these Black Orcs, just to give them that nice physical resistance and heal them up so they can continue to fight those Koroks Man Rippers. Meanwhile, over on the far side, Throg's been shattered, so we're now just moving around the cav in a huge blob, kind of putting alpha strikes on various different targets here. The Maws of Savagery are mostly done for, so now the Miststalkers are going to be the next target, and the infantry will just kind of get ridden down, you know, as circumstance allows. They're not necessarily going to be priority target here, but you can see they have taken a ton of damage, especially from that crushing initial charge there. The regrowth is now on these Black Orcs here, so you can see them regenerating nicely with that physical resistance as well. They'll be able to clean up those Koroks Man Rippers no problem. Chaos Spawn have been summoned up over here, though, mashing on the Black Orcs that remain, and the Nasty Skulkers. Thankfully, the Goblin Big Bosses around to hold their leadership up. Azag trying to drop a terror bomb on these Centaurs with throwing axes here, and does manage to get on the ground there. Probably, yep, quick terror route, and they're going to be off the field. You can see JonTaun's doing a great job kind of cleaning up the forces. Very atrocious fight, though. Sons of Goros still just slugging it out to the death just about with these Broken Tusk Mob here. 2 very savage Regiment of Renowned Cavalry just duking it out to the last. Beautiful stuff. Looks like, oh man, here comes the unit of Centaurs with great weapons about to swing that fight in the Beastman's favor, so rough stuff for the Broken Tusk Mob. Beastmen look like they're pushing forward potentially a little bit here. Norska's also trying to reform a little bit. You can see Lewin's kind of cycle charging down. The Skinwolves are going to try and go after him here, but Knights come in with a beautiful side charge here. There's multiple layers of Knights charging. You can see even the Defenders of the Fleur de Lis coming back from route. Lewin comes down, drops another something here. Looks like Earthblood and his Spirit Leech also being dropped simultaneously, but even the young Knights here, the Defenders of the Fleur de Lis, getting involved. Peasants even getting involved as much as they can, at least. But yeah, these Black Orcs still slugging it out with the Koroks Man Rippers, and yeah, despite their regrowth, I mean, they do just have worse combat stats all around. They do have better weapon strength, but worse melee attack and defense, and then the Butchers of Kalkengard are definitely going to swing that fight, so potentially looking a little bit rough, but JonTaun does still have plenty of troops pushing up the center. There's another, you know, a half-health unit of Black Orcs. There's more Biggins over here. His Skirmish Cav is also still relatively healthy, so yeah, it's not going to be too much longer that we're going to start hitting critical army losses for the Savage Hordes here. So yeah, super fun battle. You can see the last of these Berserkers getting cleaned up here. More healing for the Bretonnian Cav, and Lewin also diving in there doing his thing. And the Greenskins cleaning up the last of the Beastmen over on the far side. So Hazak having to run from the Butchers of Kalkengard in the spawn. The Butchers of Kalkengard are definitely still the biggest threat on the battlefield at this point. JonTaun's just pulling away here, not necessarily wanting to take that engagement unsupported very wisely. You can see we're mostly starting to pull away from the Norskins as they're just about done here. The Shaman Sorcerer's getting routed off. Skinwolf Werekin is doing some good damage to Lewin there, just decks that Defender too. Lewin's going to turn his attention over there and start taking swipes at him though, and with his only 32 melee defense, the Skinwolf Werekin will take a lot of damage from Lewin. So yeah, it's not necessarily going to be great for the Norskins, and with the loss of that leadership, that's pretty much the only leadership unit left on the field. Not, I guess Morger's over here too, but he's actually getting cleaned up by Black Orcs, despite the fact of the Butchers of Kalkengard here supporting Morger routes. With him routing, it's getting very, very close. The Werekin is also just about to go down here, so one more Wah just for good measure right at the end. You can see the Chaos Spawn are degenerating. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Lewin just continuing to cycle charge here with the Defenders at his back. So where's the Werekin? There he is, just getting knocked around a whole bunch, but a nice swipe from Beaky there, and he'll be offline. So with that, it'll pretty much just be the summoned Chaos Spawn, and our opponents are going to admit defeat very shortly. So well played to everyone involved. Hope you guys enjoyed watching that one. Been a while since I've had a good 2v2, and I've got a couple to show you guys, so yeah, definitely a lot of fun. For my army, pretty much performed as intended. You can see XP chevrons all across the board on the Cav. Knights of the Realm, Knights of the Lion-Hearted, the Defenders, the Grail Knights, and the Companions all doing quite well for themselves, cleaning up a whole bunch of kills across the board. Lewin himself, of course, helping to take down Throg and the other heroic units of Norska, doing his job there. Azag definitely helped in that respect as well. And then look at the kills on these Greenskin infantry, man. 116, 102 on the Biggins. 3 XP chevrons for these guys. They got some really cost-effective work done. 3 units of Black Orcs, 3 units with XP chevrons. Very good stuff. 130, 65, and 101. Spider Riders even managed to get in there as well with only 1 kill, but still, actually, I don't know if that XP chevron was given out before the battle. It's possible it was, but regardless, 42 on the Broken Tusk Mob, not bad, and the Skirmish Squad also doing quite well for themselves. For our opponents here, the Norscan front line just had a pretty rough time. You can see one of the units did manage to make it to the Peasant Mob and get a whole lot of kills. No XP chevron though. But yeah, just the frontal charge with Wah active was very brutal for the the light Norscan troops. They just got face charged and just run over by masses of Bretonnian Cavs, so that in and of itself was pretty rough. These other units, Miststalkers cleaning up quite a few kills against the cavalry. Mazo Savagery also did decently as well, considering the situation they were thrown into. But overall, it was pretty rough for the Norskins. And then the Beastmen did manage to clean up quite a few units. Butchers of Kalkengard, 161 kills. These guys are a nightmare for the Greenskins to deal with. And both units of Centaurs of Creopens performing quite well. Also, with 45 kills in the throwing axes, not too bad at all. But yeah, the lighter troops, the kind of the dual-wielding DPS infantry for both the savage hordes here, the berserkers and the gore herds. Just kind of got run over a little bit by the heavier troops of our charge boys. So well played to everyone involved. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you do like this sort of content, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification button so every time I upload a new video, you'll be notified. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.